So, I know this is not what you guys wanted for the first video of the year, but it's something that I do every January. Bear with me, if this isn't for you, I get it, just skip past this one. Today I just really wanted to go through the makeup that I've been loving throughout the whole entire of the year, and this is a year that I've used a lot of makeup this year because, not new makeup, you'll see a lot of tried and trues again in this video because I've been to a lot of gigs this year. As you might have seen on the 31st, I posted something I also posted on my Instagram, sort of my highlights for 2024, which I kind of want to make a tradition of doing. I think I did it a little bit kind of in 2023, but not to the extent of 2024. So this is going to be in no particular order because I literally just threw everything in this Amazon box. So I'm going to start with my Z palette. This has been my go-to. I have so much shit in here, but I specifically want to talk about these two rows here. These are the most gorgeous shades, and they are by, that's really annoying, it doesn't tell you who it's by. I wanted to shout out this brand because it's an independent brand. It's called Clionadh Cosmetics, no idea how the fuck you pronounce it. It's a proudly handmade, cruelty-free and vegan indie brand that creates high-quality beauty products in Toronto, Canada. Best known for their intense colour-shifting stained glass collection, Multichromes. And that is genuinely what I see every time I look at these shades. I'm going to try and get some proper video. I will open the Z palette to look at them so often, and even this, it looks chunky. I use it a lot as like an inner corner. It's really blinding. It's got a slight blue-green undertone. Every single shade they have is stunning, and it's made me grab for my Z palette a bunch more this year. And I've used, like, I think a lot of these are like Makeup Geek, I will say. Like, you know, remember when Makeup Geek were in the process of shutting down or changing to those like square pans? I bought a bunch of those then. The other eyeshadow palettes I've used a lot. I will say I was using a bunch of just random mattes a lot of the time when I was going to gigs, and then I would use a couple of shades from here. Tended to be, I'm not gonna lie, this one, because this has multiple shades in it. I don't think it's going to be easy to see on camera. It has purple and silver and black, and it's just the prettiest shimmer. So I just used to put like black all over the eye at the start of the year and just throw that on top for a nice easy like glam smoky eye. And this, I forgot to even say who this is by. This is by Isamaya. Bought a few of their products at the start of the year because I was really intrigued by them. I keep it in the box because I think the box is really cool. But the other palette I have been obsessed with since I bought it, which is saying something because I also, about a month later, got the Moonlight palette. This is by Makeup by Mara. This is their cool tone, well, they call it the neutrals. This is the cool tone version of his warm palette. Well loved. I genuinely didn't think this would get as much love as it does. I grab for it constantly. Whenever I'm just like, oh, I just want to go get some food, so I'm just going to throw some powder foundation on. This is the palette I will grab for. I even grab it to do, like, I did a matte eye with like a glitter liquid lip. I was also like really into glitter lips at one point. I'm not including the glitter lips today just because I don't think I use them enough, but Black Moon Cosmetics does incredible glitter liquid lips if you want them. But yeah, amazing formula, super smooth. I cannot say enough good things about Makeup by Mario's products. I got this free in a Sephora little kit because I spent so much money when I bought the Makeup by Mario things? I think it might have been. And this exposed matte waterproof liquid pigment. It's not oil proof because my oily eyelids definitely need a base underneath this, but this, it's such a gorgeous cool, if you want a cool tone matte to just throw all over the lid. I always talk about my Too Faced liquid eyeshadows, which are still amazing. I don't grab for them as much because they're a pain in the ass to get out of the little makeup bag I have with all of my like liquid eyeshadows in, but I have this in my handbag at the moment just because obviously I got it semi-recently. I use it all the fucking time. The other eyeshadow that I grab for a bunch, if I can't be bothered to grab that Z palette, if I just want a little bit of sparkle, is the Dazzle stick by KVD. I can't even remember if I've spoken about this, but I will put this in a corner. I will shove this on my eye. It's so glittery and gorgeous. I've been waiting for ages to get my hands on this, and I'm not disappointed. While we're on eyes, okay, so just quickly, as I mentioned, eyeshadow primer. The Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer is my absolute favourite. I use it all the fucking time. I have fallen back in love with the Urban Decay, but only if I apply it with my finger. If I use a brush, I don't know what it is, the warmth maybe of my finger maybe pushes the product better into my eyelid so it doesn't crease. I don't know, but it's finally started working for me again. But this one never ever ever fails me. If I ever go to gigs, Wet n Wild is always the one I go for, and that hasn't changed in years. I think I've been talking about that since like 2018.
The Wet n Wild Photofocus eyeshadow primer is still the only eyeshadow primer I will ever use.
Really quickly, Benefit eyeliner, still the only one I use. I finally got a full size one. My little one is still going, but it is drying. It takes me like a few swipes to get it done, and I've been getting impatient. I have finally got a bigger one. I still use my Too Faced chocolate liquid eyeliner, still my favourite brown eyeliner. I think that's still the same one from last year. I use things until they run out majority of the time, unless they start to obviously irritate. Same with the Better Than Sex brown mascara, still my favourite brown mascara. I have been using a Catrice one just like to throw on my lashes if I've got like work call, but if I ever, you know, if I'm going to be out for a few hours and I want to use the brown, that's when I use. Black mascaras, still using my Pat McGrath. It smudges like a bitch, so I've been starting to layer the Milani Highly Rated mascara on top. I don't love this, but it does what I need it to do, which is a tubing mascara, and it's an affordable tubing mascara that I just sort of layer on top. One mascara I do love, but I only got a little one because I'm still not certain about it, is the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggereyes mascara. I wanted to see if it was worth the hype. I will say I don't think this brush does the best for my lashes, but the formula doesn't bleed as much as my Pat McGrath, so I am impressed with that. Eyeliners, again, I think I spoke about this last year, the e.l.f. No Budge Retractable Eyeliner. This is the only black eyeliner I use at the moment because it's retractable. It's really easy to do the upper and lower waterline. It truly doesn't budge. It's just a nice deep black. I got this free, the Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal eyeliner. This is in a bronzy shade. It's really pretty. It's like a bronzy sort of shade. It's really gorgeous. When I do like a brown eyeliner, this is kind of nice rather than a brown sometimes, just as, you know, something special. But I have heard amazing things about the black Victoria Beckham eyeliner. So when that runs out eventually, I probably will get one of these because the packaging does feel nice. It is like, I don't know if it's metal on this, but it does feel more luxurious, and just knowing the staying power from someone I trust, I'd be very tempted to buy that one. And just a quick shout out as well to Ascella Flash, Linda Hallberg. It's like a grey eyeliner with sparkle in it. I don't know how well the sparkle is going to come off, but it is a gorgeous eyeliner when I didn't want to use black. And again, I'm doing like glitter on the eyes. I would again grab this one to pair with something like that. Just a quick shout out for brows. I even forgot to grab my Benefit 24-hour brow gel. Still one of my favourites. I will say I started grabbing recently for the Nude Sticks one because it's been sitting in my collection for fucking ages, and I have been enjoying that again because it's not as crackly, I feel like. Too Faced Chocolate Brownie in Auburn eyebrow pencil. Brows is just one of those things I really can't be bothered with, and I really just want to get over it quickly, so having triangle just fills in my brow really quickly, and I can use a tip to just create a few brow hairs because I really can't be fucked anymore. Like, it's just my least favourite step. I've come to the conclusion I just don't like this step. And then the Too Faced brow wig, if I just want more of a fluffy brow, is something I will still grab for. Primers, I mentioned I think the e.l.f. one last year. This Rimmel Multitasker, Rimmel have really been coming for e.l.f. recently. I actually way prefer this doe foot. I feel like I only have to dip in twice for this. The only thing that freaks me out a little bit about this, I got a few tattoos this year. When I got there a bit early, I was wandering around the shopping centre and I went into Boots, which is our local, it's kind of like Target. No, yeah, it's probably closer to CVS. They had a bunch of these lined up and one of them looked like straight glitter, so I'm a little worried about getting a replacement. I don't know if maybe it just needed shaking over the bottle, it was just settled or something. I honestly couldn't tell because this actually looks more like foundation with that sheen to it, and some of them did look like that, but there was this one bottle that looked like glitter, so I was really worried that they've changed the formula, or maybe there's a bad batch out there, I don't know. But either way, the one I have, which is in shade Fair, it's on the front. Honestly, never buy the Charlotte Tilbury one anymore. Like, you don't need it. I feel like I have something on my lips. Oh, the fireworks are starting already. It's New Year's Eve at the moment. I'm trying to get this done before I stream. Okay, so foundation. All year I've been wearing this Wet n Wild Niacinamide Skin Tint in the shade Fair. I love this foundation. It's really skin-like. I don't love dropper foundations just because they can be a pain in the ass, especially when they start to get empty. I will allow it because I love this foundation. I don't know why Wet n Wild. I'm really starting to freak out that my foundation stick, because I still use that if I want to get a little bit of extra coverage. I'm really starting to freak out that that's getting really friggin' low. I'm gonna have to go in store because I think my local Boots still has some, so I really need to grab a couple if they have my shade because I can't find it anywhere. And I think they're also discontinuing this, and if they are, Wet n Wild just needs to stop discontinuing good foundations. Like, I need them. They are literally my favourite. Another foundation I've absolutely loved, which I'm wearing right now, is the 2-in-1 foundation and concealer by Profusion. This is such a smoothing foundation, very much a dupe. It's not shade wise, because I got the wrong shade and keep having to mix it with other foundations to lighten it. This is very much a dupe, I feel like, for my Burberry foundation, because those two interchangeably I was using for gigs this year. Burberry one more often than not, I'm not gonna lie, but this one is still super long wearing. I've used this a bunch. Absolutely adore this foundation. Like I say, if I wasn't wearing Burberry for long wear days, I was wearing this one. And then recently I have been enjoying the Dior Forever. Again, I got this too light because I ordered it online, and normally I'm quite accurate, but this is a little light for me. So again, I just mix it with something else just to make it slightly deeper. Really long wearing again. Really, really like this. I don't know if I love it more than the Burberry, but Burberry is like my perfect match foundation for skin type and skin tone. It's hard for me to put anything above that Burberry one, even though when I run out, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, I forgot in face primer. Recently, I've absolutely been killing this tube of One Size Secure the Sweat. I actually meant to get a different one by One Size, but I do really like this as well. This has been good for keeping me more matte, although I still want to try the other one. Confused as to why they have two different ones. Seem to do a similar thing. But my concealer, the Revolution Eyebrow, I'm still using this, still love it, still think it's incredible, but I do now pair it in here. I put the Lancome Serum Concealer. This has topped all of my other serum concealers, and I had some heavy competition, including the next one, including the, I always go to call it Barry M by Terry. This is actually warm. It's because I couldn't get the neutral shade I wanted, but I actually really like this warm shade, because sometimes having, I learned this from Robert Welsh, having something a little warm to color correct when you have like these purple sort of thing, rather than actually putting a color corrector down, is so much better. And this formula is insanely good. Very rare that I get creases, as long as I don't overdo it, because I put like this on the outside and then the Lancome in there, and it's phenomenal. I have a powder foundation. Again, this is semi-recent, like for the last like 3 months. The Makeup Forever. I was using my other Makeup Forever one. Beat to hell. I'm trying to finish it. But this new one, which is the HD Skin Matte Velvet. Is this not the same thing? Is this the same as the one that was in the black packaging? I don't know. I love these Makeup Forever powder foundations. I think they're great. I don't even know what shade I got. 1RO2. This shade definitely matches me better than, that's one of the reasons I actually didn't use my Makeup Forever, but I haven't completely finished the other one yet, is because that one's a bit too pink. This one, very good shade for me. I'm really happy with this shade. I'm loving this one. This Kosas powder. Actually, this and I forgot, Wet n Wild Massive Photofocus powder. First of all, you get friggin' loads, absolutely loads of powder. It will last you for like 5 years. That is what I was using before I found this Kosas powder. They are both exactly the same. This is just more convenient, and I use more because it's obviously a pressed powder, but they do exactly the same thing. The best, most smoothing powders for under my eye. And I also always go over my nose with those two powders. It has that blurring effect. Which also, this Makeup by Mario powder blush, mine's in Desert Rose. Look how big this is. This is disgusting, but I'm the only person who uses it, so I don't really care, because this used to be white. But I love this. This powder blush makes me look like I have no pores. It is super, super, super good at making you have blurred skin. That with the Kosas powder, and I can only imagine the bronzer of that probably looks like you've got an Instagram filter on. But the other blushes I was using this year were my Hourglass blushes. I have Mood Expose, which is this one, and then Dim Infusion. I don't want to love Hourglass products as much as I do because they're fucking expensive, but they are absolutely stunning. I will say I haven't grabbed for the bronzer so much, I think mainly because I got a small compact little thing at the time, and it is a pain in the ass to get product out of, and I feel like I have to dip into it so many friggin' times. But these I was using all the time before I used this. Since I got this, I've used one of these once. I'm a little obsessed. Then for contour and bronzer, I was really on a like cream bronzer kick earlier this year. The Catrice, what the fuck is this called? Bronzing Cushion Stick. I almost bought a second one of these because I was using this so much, and I was worried because I'm pretty sure this is limited edition and you can't get this anymore. This little like pin thing is annoying as fuck, but I love the colour of this. And then if I want something a bit warmer, I just add a little bit of Essence Baby Got Bronze on top, because it's, I always used to see American YouTubers, TikTokers talk about this one, show it, and it was like really cool tone, and then our ones are really warm. Anyway, I already have this one, so it's great. So if I want something a bit warmer, I had this, but otherwise this was insanely good for the year. The other bronzer I've been crazy over, I mean this looks disgusting again, is this Nabla Skin Bronzing Sun-Kissed Effect Bronzing Powder. Jesus, that's a long name. In Soft Revenge. It's the bronzer I have on at the moment. I love it. I haven't stopped using it since I've got it, with this highlighter, this Nabla highlighter, Skin Glazing Glass Skin Finish Glow Powder. What is with these names? In Ozone. I didn't know which one to get because they're all so freaking beautiful. I've been waiting for Nabla products to come back into stock on Beauty Bay for fucking ages, and they finally brought this back, and I have not stopped using it. Before that, I was using the Charlotte Tilbury one that I got from TK Maxx in Moonlit. Honestly, you don't need both. I'm just extra because they're basically the same, but they're still absolutely stunning and beautiful, and they literally look the same. I am too fucking much. Okay, and then quickly just contour. I just want to throw these out there. I think I mentioned the Halo Glow, which I don't understand why it's called Glow because it's a contour one, but whatever. By e.l.f. I actually bought a backup just before using this Sephora contour stick. I have not stopped using this since I've got it. It's so creamy, like very emollient, but not to the point where it like slips and slides all over your face. It blends super, super well. Love this contour stick. This is in Fair to Light. And the other e.l.f. contour is in also Fair to Light. Setting spray real quick. This e.l.f. Oh my god, look how much I've used. That says something. I have so many setting sprays. I actually had to put a shitload of them away because I just don't grab for them and they kind of just get in the way. This one I have used a fuck ton, seriously. This is the Power Grip Dewy Setting Spray. There are certain setting sprays that I use because I think they're meant to prolong my makeup. I bought the one size this year because that's meant to help. I have no idea if it's actually helping or not. Charlotte Tilbury I use all the time. No idea if it helps. I literally have a massive bottle of it. This doesn't help grip your foundation on. What it does is with my powder foundation, it really just melts the powder foundation into your skin and makes it look like that's just your skin. Like, I really enjoy this for just melting powders back into the skin. I don't like that it's called a Power Grips setting spray because it doesn't grip your makeup on. It really doesn't. Bad advertising. Okay, just really quick for lips. A little quick, I promise, I promise, I promise. Oh, except for the shout out because I forgot. The KVD blotting powder. I put this on top of my makeup after my setting spray. Again, so blurring. Really makes me look like I have a filter on my face. It's amazing. Okay, lip liners. Still using my Ashton lip liner. It is absolutely atrocious. I hate this packaging, but I love the colour of the lip liner and I get over it just for that. I will say I have finally bought the Makeup Forever Endless Cacao, which is like a cool tone. Meant to be a dupe of the MAC one, and I will say I have the MAC one, and I actually prefer this one. I don't like MAC lip liners. I'm just gonna say it. I have like two MAC lip liners. One, which is a deep burgundy, because I was into like buying burgundy lips at one point, which, by the way, burgundy lips, I was wearing a Wet n Wild burgundy lip this year, which I just want to shout out. My favourite burgundy lip I've ever worn, and I felt so good in that dress that I was wearing with it, but I don't like the MAC lip liner that I had to use and pair with it, and because of that I also don't like, I'm really blanking on that MAC lip liner name, that's really going to annoy me. This I actually prefer. I grabbed for this a bunch more, and I will use the Victoria Beckham Posh Spice lipstick on top. It's nice and moisturising. It's a cooler sort of tone. I actually like this packaging. I think it's really nice, very sleek and simplistic, but really, really like easy to throw in your purse. Which, speaking of, again, I know I bought like 3 different Makeup by Mario lip products. This is the one I had not put down, to the point you can see it has, like, you can see how much I've used. Freaking crazy. This was in South Shore. Did not think I was going to like this as much as I do. Pairing this with a cool tone lip liner, I use it all the time. Literally, I will grab for it. If I'm not sure what to do for a lip and I want a nude lip, I will grab for this one all the time. Before I found those two, I was using the liquid lip I'm currently wearing at the moment. This is the Wet n Wild liquid lipstick in Toffee Talk. It's more of a mauvey cool tone sort of shade. You know, I love that. And being liquid lip, obviously, it lasts a long, long time. And then the last 2 things I just want to throw out there as a quick shout out. The Too Faced Hangover RX Pillow Balm, the best lip treatment. I actually bought what I thought was a dupe of an Essence one. Nowhere near as good at all, just by the Too Faced one. I put it on while I'm doing the rest of the makeup and my lips just feel so much plumper and nicer. That it's not stinging, it's just because it really does treat your lips. And if you want a super wet lip, the Profusion Juicy Lip Tint, I got the pink one. It smells sweet, but it's the wettest looking lip gloss I have found. And if you want something that's nourishing, this is great. I don't think it's a lip oil, but it's great. Okay, so that always takes longer than I expect, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give us a like and subscribe if you like it. I don't do makeup videos very often. It's only like a few times a year, so I apologise if this isn't your thing. It's just like a little diary I have of what makeup I was using throughout the previous year. I now have to set up to stream for the next like 6 odd hours. That's my New Year's Eve. Wish you guys a happy New Year, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye!